This is Fano with an hour with the Wolf Pack. And my segment is Stepping Out of Babylon. And it's day 7. And today's date is January 28th, 2016. And first, I want to talk about how much weight I lost so far. I weighed myself in the morning and I weighed 185. And when I started, I weighed 189. So that was 6 pounds. Yeah, it's almost like a pound a day I lost. About. But I did weigh myself right now after I ate, and I weighed 188. So I guess some food and water gave me about 3 pounds. So I don't know if it's like better just to weigh myself in the morning. I'm pretty sure when I weighed myself the first time was at night, so I might have had like weight from whatever I ate. So, I mean, smallest amount I lost, 3 pounds. If I do my math right. Yeah, that was. Well, if I weighed 188, yeah, it would be 3 pounds. But if not, lost 6, and that's almost a pound a day. The weight doesn't really matter. I mean, I can tell like when I lost a lot of weight. Mainly once I get down to about like 170, that'll be the biggest like difference, and then below that. Today I just ate the normal meal. I got home kind of late. Then I had to go to the store. So I made I had some organic beef that I made with a bunch of peppers and jalapenos and some yams. So I had a bunch of like veggies. I guess the yams kind of like starchy with the beef. And until I really ate today, and then I just had liquids. So I think tomorrow, yeah. I don't know, it's like kind of weird, like when you eat salads every day, and then one day you don't eat a salad. You kind of like miss a salad. So I think tomorrow I'll have a salad because I had some leftovers, but I think I'll eat the salad tomorrow. I might keep my leftovers till Saturday. Not quite sure. But for today though, the only thing that happened beyond that was today's kind of like a lazy day for me. I had to work a lot, so kind of do much. But when I went to the store, I was talking to this lady about health, and she was telling me about like I don't know, people that go there because it's like a produce place, people that go there to get vegan, raw vegan and stuff, and how they look sick and all these things. And I was just explaining to her, oh, because she asked me my opinion about, should you eat meat or not, and I just said, it just depends where you came from, like what your background is. I mean, in reality, I haven't found anybody or researched any humans that are just straight up vegans or vegetarians or something. Like most indigenous people that I found pretty much eat either dairy or some type of meat. They might not eat it fucking 3 times a day or 6 times a day like we do in America, but that's the whole goal. It's like you're really only supposed to eat meat like whenever you can find it. So if that's Now, since you can have it as much as you want now, you should only really have it like once every 3 days for like one meal. So basically like twice a week or once a week. Like you really don't need that much meat to like survive for the week. Main thing is just your veggies. So, well, I guess what I was telling her was pretty much like, yeah, I just eat meat, but I only pick about one meat. I mean, as long as it's organic and local, you should be all right. But I don't know. Your main source of food should just be veggies. So it's kind of like a 80-90% veggies, organic, local, 10% like fruit and seeds and nuts, and the other 10% like some meat and dairy. Uh, Pretty much as long as you stay away from man-made sugar and just a lot of sugar stuff in general, like, and a lot of the starchy shit, I'd stay away from that. Pretty much whatever came from the earth or whatever God made, I guess you can just eat that. I wouldn't really eat anything a human made, which is like cakes, cookies, pies, like all the shit that we think is good, but really just has a bunch of sugar and it has like fake salt, and then it might have like some fats. So then you like crave it, or you think it's good, but it's not really nutritious. It doesn't have that many minerals or vitamins in it. So, I mean, if you're a vegan or raw vegan, cool, but through my experience of trying all the diets out, uh, you don't feel as good not eating it. It's just because who you are right now, your DNA needs meat. Like there's no, I mean, you can do it, you can be a vegan and stuff, but it's just you're missing out on certain things that help your body work good. And a lot of people trip out because they'll be really, really sick, and then they'll basically go from eating sugar all day and bread and shit, and then go into eating veggies and be like, oh, I'm a vegan or I'm a vegetarian. They'll lose a lot of weight and feel better. And it's like, well, you're losing weight and feeling better because you're eating veggies and stuff, and that cleanses you out. Like, no shit, you'd feel better. It's like basically eating absolutely nothing, and then you eat an apple, and you're like, oh, the apple makes me feel better. It'll be like, duh, that's what it does. So, my thing, if you want to do it, cool. If it makes you happy, great. I won't tell anyone not to do something, but if someone's gonna ask me, I'll just tell them, pretty much be like a raw vegan 80% of the week, every week, every month, even 90%. I mean, you don't need to eat that much dairy. You don't need to eat that much meat. And if your gut's really weak, you pretty much couldn't even eat dairy, and meat might be kind of hard. So mainly stick with the greens. The greens are power. Some fruit, get some energy. Some seeds and nuts have a lot of minerals and things that are good for you. And yeah, just do that. And mainly eat it raw. I mean, the more you cook it, the more the enzymes die. So you're just kind of only really eating fiber and things, and a little bit of you get a little bit of nutrients, but yeah, go raw. But that's why it's just always good just to like make a big ass salad, put whatever veggies you want in it, and have that for your only meal for the day. And then make like a kefir smoothie, and then like the next day have some meat or something. And I don't know, if you just want to be vegan or vegetarian, then just eat a bunch of vegetables, and that's cool too. But a lot of those people they eat a bunch of sugar though, so they'll still eat cookies, they'll still eat. It always trips me out. Like people are like, "Oh, I'm vegan," and they'll eat like a raw vegan cookie or something, and it's just like, Why would you eat that? Like, so if it's vegan or vegetarian or whatever the hell, it's still a bunch of just sugar. And that's also why they're unhealthy, because they take away like the meat and the dairy, or they take away the meat, depending if they're vegetarian or vegan. But then they'll eat a ton of sugar or drink beer or do drugs or something, and just like makes them sick. So pretty much makes no sense. And yeah, that's it for today. Tomorrow I'm just gonna go salad mode. So this is Fano from An Hour with the Wolfpack, and my segment is Stepping Out of Babylon, and today's date is January 28th, 2016. And I hope everyone lives with love and compassion and help each other, but also learn to be a little selfish and love yourself first, because if you don't love yourself, you can't love anyone else. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else either.